The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. The Longhorns offense is up first today. Kirk, this running back is almost a throwback, a durable workhorse they just count on time after time.
And I think, Chris, the thing that I love about this guy is whether it's in the run game, obviously, to be able to bounce it outside, get those tough yards between the tackle, or his hands. They oftentimes will be able to throw the football to him and showcase what he can do out on the perimeter against any defense in the country.
It's a run to the left. Look out, room to run here. Breaks into the clear. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Again, makes it second and medium. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Takes the handoff and tests the left side.
It's another good job here by this defense, and I think all the build-up and hype of the national championship, they really felt challenged. And right now they're winning the line of scrimmage. They've gotten this offense to a third down situation. Let's see if they can get off the field here to start the game.
They face third down, trying to build momentum early in this national championship game. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. He's got it, enough for a first down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. The Buckeyes offense gets their first crack now. And each offense features a star tight end. Kirk, what an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
We did a game where we were excited to watch two tight ends from opposing teams go against each other. But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. The offense starts with a short field. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. First down, looking to throw the football. With the catch, it's Tate. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Second down after that short completion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. QB to the tight end for a completion. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. I mean, first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
In the red area, it's Peoples. Headed for the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The Buckeyes come to the line with first and goal. Off the play fake on first down. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Touchdown, Ohio State. They draw first blood in this national title game.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out. It's Moore. He's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again, undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay.
He'll take a deep shot. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Looking to throw. It's Manning. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
No, kick it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And now the first play of this drive will begin at the 36. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
On the set.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Just standing there, gets hit again.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field in that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. So use the first play of the drive now, the beginning of the 41. Back to pass. It's Manning. Running back has it on a screen now. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Completion makes it second and short. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
First and 10 now for the offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
The misfire on first down makes it second and 10 from the 46. Here comes a handoff. He's in the clear. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here he goes. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, Longhorns. They begin to fight back here in this championship game.
It was just a matter of time till this guy found a seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level, and with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
And they need the PAT now to even the score heading to halftime. And it's good. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Before the end of the quarter. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Receivers are bunched together. Ball handed off. He's in the clear. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. And he's going to stretch the defense. Taking a deep shot here. Intercepted. Picked off by the defense. Breaks into the open. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas. A defensive score in the title game, and this place is coming unhinged.
The QB is the loneliest man in the stadium right now following that dreaded pick six. For this guy, it's a nightmare in real time. And for the defense, unbridled jubilation.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. He's missed the PAT. Wow.
That keeps the score. Texas 13, Ohio State 7.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll hand it off. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So the running play stopped on first down, brings up 2nd and 10 from their 25. Scanning the field, it's saying, lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Could take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd.
Oh, he tried to force that, and it backfires. Heck of a job by the defense of stepping in front of that throw and taking it all the way back for a touchdown.
PAT puts him up 13 now. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. No surprised they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
That's the 3rd sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting ripped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments, or this thing could snowball.
Second down, we're going to throw it. The short completion of the tight end. And he'll be brought down.
Man, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
That catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Peoples.
Here he goes. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
A play action, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Boy, this defense is having a game. So much pressure, so many sacks already. We're not even to halftime. The offense better do a better job of protecting, and I think the offensive coordinator needs to make some adjustments in his pass pro to give this quarterback a chance.
And he finds his tight end for the catch. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards in the completion, but now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Well, Chris, there's crazy, then there's what we just saw. I'm not sure what this head coach is thinking. Late in the game, trailing by a bunch, I get it. But you've got time. Way too early in this game to go for it on 4th and a mile.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Looking downfield. It's Sayin. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Oh, and another incompletion.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Oh, man, this one is going to sting. I mean, you can see that this head coach and offensive coordinator, they have faith in the quarterback and the offense to deliver, and you like that. But now, their own defense is going to have to bail them out a bit here.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Longhorns will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here. Now it's 2nd down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. Back to throw. It's Manning. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Make the stop, but good enough for a 1st down at the 29.
Nice find there by the quarterback on 3rd down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on 3rd down. Being a good 3rd down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Oh, the pass rush gets home. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking downfield near the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the 1st half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. To throw, it's Sayin. Pressure is coming. Catch made in space. Look out. They get it down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. So quickly all the way up to the 36, and it's 1st down. Wants to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the 2nd half.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. It's an out route. The catch made. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? short pass finds the tight end. And he's brought down just short of a marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Looking to dial up the pressure. Let's see if they bring the house. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He stopped, but he gets a first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. The pass rush closing in. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback.
Deep shot toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And the returner is tackled as time expires here in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, the battle for the most coveted trophy in all of college football has been fierce. And it's been a struggle throwing the ball so far. Both secondaries are doing a great job neutralizing the explosive playmakers by shutting down passing windows. They've disrupted the timing and rhythm of these QBs, and unless something changes, we're looking at a low-scoring affair in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field, hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, trying to make up this deficit. To the air, it's Sayin. Grab down the middle. It's Peoples. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. A deep shot to the left side. Pass caught down at the 20.
Chris, I love this attitude here. Very first drive in the national championship in the second half. See a one-on-one matchup, trust your quarterback and receiver, and take shots downfield.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Peoples. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Bites into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set. Allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
He's got it inside the 15. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Here's the first play of the drive now. Set up at the 24. Dropping back. It's Manning. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Incompletion makes it second down. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Breaks into the clear. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now. The Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he is denied on 3rd and 1. Great defense. 4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. And the game just good enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Here's the second down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. The pocket breaking down, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
They will go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Looking for some space. It's Peoples. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play. Bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Off the play fake. Look at the passing. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Looking to throw it very long. Gets made on the out route. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the 1st down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking for his big tight end. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
The first play of this drive now is set up at the 34. Dropping back. It's Manning. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Chris, I think it's the right time to call the screen here. And it looked like it was going to be open if they were able to execute. But give the defensive player credit for being able to recognize it and knock that ball away. Because if he doesn't, that's a big gain for the offense.
Second down play coming up. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. You'd rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Caught by the receiver. Breaks loose at the 40. He's in the clear. You finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, especially on 3rd down. Get him the ball.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. To throw, it's Manning. He's running out of time here. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! They bring him down after a short gain there.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
But they're hoping for more as they line up here on 3rd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
Now they run the football here. I thought he might have enough room to be able to extend and get across that first down mark, but he's going to be a couple yards short. Good job by the defense at having awareness of space there and knew exactly what they needed to do to bring him down.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. So a field goal attempt coming up now. This will be a 39-yard attempt. He made it. 3 points on the board. And with that, they regain the lead. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's saying it's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
And that's just a great job by this defense of affecting the rhythm of this offense. These guys are in go mode here in the fourth quarter, trying to come back to win this game, and the defense is meeting the challenge so far.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made on the left side. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. Down 1 possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You see, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Dropping back, it's saying. running out of time in the pocket. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Man, I understand here we're in a one-possession game, and you got a chance to potentially keep this drive alive and get points on the board, but to not come up with that conversion is a big gut punch to come up empty on that drive.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Crucial third down play right here. Out of the gun now on third down. Incomplete and nearly picked off. They wasted an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway, but it does set up fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
Target, it's no good. And the lead remains at 2 after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Second down play coming up for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. He hands it off from the gun. Powers through. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
To throw, it's Sayin. Catch made by the tight end. He get him down at the 41, but it's good enough for a first down. Tackle made with the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. The Buckeyes getting set on first and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down now after the sack. Offense looking to throw the ball.
And they get him again.
The offense has got to do a better job of taking care of this quarterback. Remember, their starter is already out of the game. The backup cannot afford to take too many more hits.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Locates the tight end. It's complete. The defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
And his defense doing a good job all game long and not giving up many yards after the catch. Now working with this lead, trying to preserve it. Good job of keeping their eyes up and bringing this receiver down. Gave up some yards, but nothing big to try to hold on to this lead.
4th down. Looking to throw for it. Bringing pressure. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. 4th down. 4th quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. It's knocked away. Incomplete. 4th down now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get it behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for his big tight end. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Well, here we go. Championship game on the line. The trophy is right there for the taking. It's the biggest possession in this quarterback's career. Can he produce? And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? The receiver makes the catch. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And it comes down to this in the national championship. Close game. Final minutes. Can this quarterback step up and make a winning play? Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Running play called on 3rd and short. They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Maybe the last shot here. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
He knocked through the PAT, so the lead is 5 here in the fourth quarter. So after the late touchdown, they'll kick it away here and hope the defense can hold on to seal this W. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Gets it to the 29 before being brought down. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays.
Chris, this is it. Last shot here. Let's see if anybody can come up with a miracle play.
On the move now. Looking for a late, deep throw. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. For the last team standing at the top of the mountain for national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.